Compared to other RPGs, there's just not going to be a lot of lines. But I wanted to go through this really baller-ass voice acting cast that you can choose from, in English, anyway. So some of these names may be familiar to you from a lot of like video games and anime and stuff like that. So I'm just going to kind of go through them real quick because I know many of them from many things. So Terra Platt. Terra Platt is not only does she have like some voice lines in the original Dragon Age Origins, including a beggar in Dust Town. She's also Ikuko Tsukino. So yeah, she's Sailor Moon's mom, and she's also Mitsuru and Elizabeth from Persona 3. As well as a shit ton of other stuff. I'm sure she's in like some Marvel properties too. Kira Buckland is Jolene from JoJo. Also 2B from Nier. And she does some voice in Monster Hunter Wilds, though I don't know which one. There's, of course, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, who I know very well from Critical Role. She played Zara, the Tiefling, a guest character in several Critical Role episodes. But she also plays the voice of GLaDOS, from Portal. She's done a bunch of different stuff. There's Christina Valenzuela. I don't really recognize her name. She has a voice in Wilds. Apparently she was in Rune Factory 5 as Fuka. She was a character voice in Monster Hunter Rise. There's a Rito bird character in Tears of the Kingdom, Tulin, that she plays. Sailor Moon Eternal, she plays Rei. Kate Higgins is the voice of Tails, like, you know, from Sonic in a few things. In Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, she plays Pura, you know, the white-haired girl with the big old glasses. She plays Juniper Woods in Ace Attorney. She plays Laura in Silent Hill 2. And in the Viz dub, she plays Ami, Sailor Mercury. Karina Reeves is the voice of Fiora in the first Xenoblade Chronicles, which I still haven't played, but I think that's, you know, why she's you know, a voice option in here. It says Aaron Fitzgerald and Kat Protano. They're two different people, and I don't know why they're combined into the same voice here, but Kat Protano did a voice in Wilds, also did a voice in Avowed. Actually, a bunch of these people did voices in Avowed. I don't really know her work very much. Apparently she was like the voice of the main character in the remake of Clock Tower recently. But Aaron Fitzgerald did some voices in Sailor Moon Crystal. Aaron Fitzgerald was the voice of Chie from Persona 4. She was in Rune Factory 4 as Forte. She was also in a number of Shin Megami Tensei games, including my very beloved Devil Survivor, where I believe she was Midori. But yeah, so that's just the women's voice cast. Lots of well-known stuff. Return to base selection and take a look at the guys' voices here. Alright, so big name at the top. We've got Yuri Lowenthal, who most people, maybe most like mainstream comic book nerd people will recognize that Yuri Lowenthal played Peter Parker for some stuff, also played Ben 10. I know him from Persona 4. He was Yosuke, your best bud, starting out in the game. And when they did the 3D release of Final Fantasy IV for the Nintendo DS, he was the voice of Cecil, our lovely paladin Cecil. Yuri Lowenthal is in a lot of stuff. He is a big name, huge name. Bryce Papenbrook, never heard of him before I saw him on this list. Apparently he was the voice of Silver the Hedgehog. But Not only that, but he's also Kirito from Sword Art Online, and he's Eren Yeager. He's the English voice of the main character in Attack on Titan, which I think is a pretty big deal. Keith Silverstein, never really recognized his name, but I've heard his voice lots of times in Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak as Arlo. He's kind of a mentor character. He's also the voice of Torbjorn in Overwatch. So if you're an Overwatch player, that's him. And he's also Kenji Tsukino. He's Sailor Moon's dad. So that's new and interesting. Lots of Sailor Moon references in these. There's like a lot of games that all these people have been in, like together. There's Robbie Daymond, who is, of course, Dorian on Critical Role. Robbie Daymond also played Peter Parker on a few things. He's in Persona 5 as Goro Akechi. And another Sailor Moon reference, Robbie Daymond played Takushido Kamen. He played Tuxedo Mask. Or should I say Mamoru. Yeah, big deal roles. Ben Diskin, maybe not so much. He played what's his name, Zehal Nort in Kingdom Hearts. He played there's a new Muppet Babies that he plays Gonzo in. If you're waiting for the Sailor Moon reference, Ben Diskin, he played Umino. Adam Howden is the voice of Shulk, the main character from Xenoblade Chronicles 1. That's why he's on this list. But, fun fact for any Dragon Age fans out there, this is Anders. Let's see if I can play his voice.
Shall we? Cheers. Huh? Sorry, but it was you or us.
Yeah, you can totally hear both characters in that, but yeah, that's Anders right there. And then Dan Warren, first I'll say he played Byakuya from Bleach, that the captain with the long black hair. He also played Igor and Ikutsuki from Persona 3, and Igor from Persona 4, etc., etc. He also voiced Yang in Final Fantasy IV. So a lot of big deal RPG and anime references in this cast. They put together a baller cast. I am a little blown away. And I don't know what to pick. Just for the protagonist, just for this role that it doesn't have that many voice lines comparatively. It's really incredible.